Didn't nobody talk about your kids. But Saucy Santana talked about your kids. And when I brought it up, your friend Ken Barbie said he apologized to you behind the scenes. What you want, a DM?
Hot tea, hot tea, hot tea, hot tea, hot tea.
When y'all come up in this video, pause. That sounded crazy. When y'all watch this video, y'all better expect me to keep it fair. Y'all know I'm a fan of both of these individuals. I watch a lot of Milagro. I've been crushing on Cardi B for about 2 or 3 years now. I'm plotting on the downfall of her marriage. These are facts. I'm gonna call it how I see it, okay? Now today, Cardi B has finally acknowledged Milagro publicly. We know, if you know, that Cardi and Milagro have had an active back and forth in the shadows for many years now. But Cardi was not trying to give Milagro that type of light because, according to Cardi, I did that with Tasha K. I'm not going to do it with Milagro Gramz. Well, today might be the day she did it. Today might be the day that Cardi B put Milagro on a lot of people's radar, whether it be good or bad. And don't get it twisted, Milagro been doing her thing. She's already popping. She's known amongst the barbs already. Has a big Nicki Minaj community, built her own community, so on and so forth. But if after today, the 29th of, what is this, June? If you see Milagro blow up a little more, just remember this day, okay? And if you a delusional Cardi B fan and you thinking, oh, Cardi ain't got an issue with these people, when she went live the other day and she was addressing Bia and she said, I got bloggers as ops, who you think she was talking about? She was talking about Milagro, and at the time, she apparently squashed it with Armand Wiggins, but she was talking about Armand and Milagro that day. So yes, Cardi B is ops with bloggers, okay? Now let's get into this. So this started with Milagro. She posted this clip of Cardi B, and it looked like she was going off at a concert.
But production, y'all messing up my pyros. The fans is off. Y'all messing up my music. Fuck am I paying y'all pussy niggas for? What am I paying y'all niggas for? Turn my fucking fan on, bitch. Let's go.
Okay, I had to zoom in and look at Cardi B legs and light a cigarette, my bad. Yeah, Cardi was looking good on that stage, but Milagro had an issue with Cardi B talking to staff like this. She said, I understand that people have families to feed, but I wish we lived in a better world because no one should ever be disrespected like this in a workplace environment at all. This principle isn't exclusive to less glamorous positions, celebrities included. All right, so that's Milagro in her sophisticated, well-spoken tweet going at Cardi. Now look, I 100% get where Milagro is coming from in this situation, but we don't have the full context of this situation. So look how she handled this. If production was messing up the show for the fans and the people who pay their hard money to come see Cardi B, and Cardi chose to address it on stage, almost making it a part of the show, I don't have an issue with that. I think it's better than her going backstage, cussing somebody out, trying to get them fired, and I hope nobody lost their job for this, but I just kind of look at this as a cute moment for Cardi B. I don't think she was really trying to get at production and get somebody fired, okay? Then, like lightning, Cardi finally addressed Milagro publicly. She came out of the Bronx, the Flosses, the Flaws, out of New York. And she said, girl, shut up. When you do a show, you don't pay after, you pay before. I paid $350,000 up front. The least they could do is get my pyro ready and turn the fans on, because guess what? At the end of the day, that money is not returnable. Don't half-ass my show because you comfortable, when I definitely don't half-ass when it comes to paying. Don't tell me how to talk to anybody when you the same hoe talking about my kids and other deceased parents for no reason. And when she said that, that's when all hell broke loose. And I'm going to tell you something. As much as I love Cardi, this is where Cardi fucked up. Because we all know Cardi. Cardi got the worst potty mouth, foulest mouth, will say whatever, will get down dirty in the mud. Cardi will put the mud in her mouth if she don't like you. And it's a million receipts on the internet of Cardi saying some very nasty, low down, dirty ass shit. And before Milagro even started pulling out receipts, fans started pulling out receipts too. Okay? I'm sure a lot of them were Nicki Minaj barbs, okay? But still, the facts are facts. And let's be clear, if I pay $350,000 for a service, I want it done right. So I don't have an issue with Cardi saying anything about that. But let's also go back and say, if that wasn't Cardi B saying what she said to those production people, would Milagro be trying to make that a thing? I wouldn't say that isn't in Milagro's character, because I've seen her stand up for the little guy multiple times, but I also know when Milagro don't like you, she is on your ass. And so I feel like in this situation, when she tweeted out that video of Cardi talking to them production people, it was almost like, you know, killing two birds with one stone, all right? I can stand up for the little guy, but I can also go at this bitch I don't like, okay? So let's just keep that clear. So moving right along, Milagro responded to what Cardi said, and she said, girl, what the F you done pulled out of your ass talking about kids and parents? What? None of what you said has anything to do with addressing workers as bitch-ass Negroes. End of discussion. Now go work on that album. Milagro also said, what I said about your kids, who's deceased parents? Your parents are alive, right? Then Milagro took to the little audio feature and she said this about Cardi.
I am literally by the motherfucking swimming pool. Y'all want me to kick the water? Bitch, you a scrappy dude doing all that wifey shit knowing he don't fuck with you. Listen to this. Bitch, I'm literally by the motherfucking pool. Cardi, you always choosing the wrong motherfucking battles. I don't give a fuck what you paid. I don't give a fuck what you did. Get upset. You articulate yourself in the appropriate manner. There's no reason why anybody that's working for you, whatever their job title is, it ain't no reason why you call them a bitch-ass nigga, this pussy-ass shit. None of that. That's unacceptable and it's unprofessional. End of discussion. But you can't never take accountability. So, oh, you was talking about my kids and then you was talking about somebody dead parent. Your parents are alive. Who parents I talked about that was dead? You taking up another bitch cause? And then you talking about I talked about your kids. Ma'am, are you finding yourself upset about that today? I'm not a rapper. Bia talked about, she mentioned your children by name. Go get in the studio and rap. A couple of years ago, you hadn't shown your first daughter. I said, and where I'm from, when you don't show your baby, that means your baby ugly. That's what I said. You hadn't even revealed your baby yet, had never seen her. And I even apologized for saying that because I shouldn't have mentioned your child on some real shit. So ain't nothing to talk about with that. Didn't nobody talk about your kids. But Saucy Santana talked about your kids. And when I brought it up, your friend Kim Barbie said he apologized to you behind the scenes. What you want, a DM? Girl, go on with that talk about your kids shit because we ain't worried about that. Moving along. Yeah, you ain't talking about shit. You moving the goalposts because you can't acknowledge that you was dead ass wrong. I don't give a fuck if you paid $300 million. You don't talk to nobody like that. End of discussion, celebrity or not. I said what I said. Now go get your ass up in that studio and go make a record that's gonna stick.
Also, we need to go back because when Milagro said, what I said about your kids, who's deceased parents? Your parents are alive, right? Cardi responded to Milagro directly and said, you know the nasty shit you be saying on a regular basis. You didn't call my daughter ugly. You wasn't trying to pull info on Megan's father. You didn't wake your dirty ass up at 8 a.m. and talk about my sister who you know nothing about. Shut the F up. And I just remembered that like a week or two ago, Cardi B's sister and Milagro was kind of going back and forth. Because I think Hennessy said something about Milagro's parents. So that's another thing too. Cardi ain't addressing that full story. Hennessy had tweeted out something about people's parents being on drugs. And I think this is something that Milagro talked about in the past about her mother. And that's why I said they don't called people out directly, but a lot of people assumed that she was talking about Milagro. Also, this was the same day that they tried to release that fake sex tape of Megan Thee Stallion, and everybody was blaming it on Milagro when Milagro didn't post that. Now, I know some people have their conspiracy theories that Milagro did it under a fake page. I'm not getting into all of that, but from what I saw, Milagro didn't tweet that out. She just told some of her fans to go check it out, okay? It's a difference. But regardless, to me, it looked like Hennessy was going at Milagro first. Then Milagro went off. I remember she went live on Instagram and she said, all right, now, fuck my mama, now what? So, like, it really kind of popped off like a week or two ago between Cardi's sister and Milagro, too. So when Cardi started talking about Megan Thee Stallion's parents and Cardi's sister, Milagro said, I don't know that. Your grown-ass sits in group chats with kids and they tell you that. Did I try to pull info on Megan's father? No. Ain't nothing to his story, and what the fuck that got to do with you? I heard she be calling you a dirty Mexican. Why I'm dirty? Because I'm a black woman? My people took care of my mouth and hygiene, and I've never stripped/sold my body. How I'm dirty, mama? 8 in the morning. I got on here around the same time you did when you called your husband a bitch ass nigga. She said, your sister? F y'all. Didn't your sister post where me and Ra Ali were talking about y'all coming here to fight? Shut the F up. Also, at some point, Milagro said, y'all want to know what's so crazy? We did a show this past Thursday or Friday, and I spoke about how beautiful Cardi's kids are, how good of a mother, and how loving towards them I feel she is. I've repeatedly said, even though they've stepped into the industry and are doing amazing things, I won't discuss or post them out of respect, like a real bitch, simply because previous words have been misconstrued and I don't care for Cardi B as an entertainer. Y'all be loud and wrong as fuck. And I be laughing at y'all dumbasses, okay? And this is when Cardi pulled some receipts. And Cardi said, this wasn't you talking about my child when she was 1 year old for no reason, but you want to talk about morals? Go to hell. You been itching for a response from me. Go scratch your ass, ho.
I can't fucking...
Because that's all she give a fuck about. It didn't stick, and they gave her something else. Cardi B, you are hereby counseled indefinitely. You a trash ass bitch. You lame as fuck. All you do is lie like a cheap ass rug. What else? I think that your baby is ugly. What else? I think that your nigga ain't never gonna do you. All she give a fuck about. It didn't stick, and they gave her something else. Cardi B, you are hereby counseled indefinitely. You a trash ass bitch. You lame as fuck. All you do is lie like a cheap ass rug. What else? I think that your baby is ugly. What else? I think that your nigga ain't never gonna do you right. I think that you're gonna sabotage your career for yourself. And I don't think that her baby ugly because I saw her baby and I'm saying the baby's ugly. I think that based on your behavior that your child is ugly, and I think that you need to stop lying. And if you love your child, then you need to be able to love your child regardless of what anybody else has to say.
Nah, I can't fucking put it. I'm gonna delete it. Oh, this is funny. So let me put this down. Oh, my baby. So it's like, that's the shit I hate. Like, it's like, don't bring my kid up.
All right, so let's address that clip. Now, look, y'all just heard what Milagro said, but I need y'all to understand that Milagro has addressed that multiple times. I think she said it on Armand Wiggins' show when she did that interview right after the Tory Lanez and Megan case. And I think she said something like, I shouldn't have brought up her kids. That was wrong of me. And I think she also said it on social media and on her show multiple times. And I think that's why Milagro was talking about Cardi can't take accountability, because she's saying, I've taken accountability for stuff I've said, but I don't like how Cardi B will never take accountability for the things that she said. And when you start pulling out receipts, it's like you opening up Pandora's box. Because let's not act like it ain't no receipts on Cardi out there, Okay? Also, y'all know at some point, Kim Barbie had to jump in, and I'm not gonna, really cover that. I don't think that's newsworthy. I don't got nothing against Kim Barbie, but y'all know anytime something's going on with Cardi B, he has to jump in. So he was defending his bestie Cardi. He called Milagro a clout chaser, and Milagro called him an ass licker, and that was about it. So after Cardi put out that little clip, Milagro said, "This was your ace in the hole. You played yourself, stupid." And Cardi said, "No, the ace in the hole is this. Block. This argument is over." And I thought that was cute. It was cute. Look. Cardi's the bigger star. She the bigger person. She just basically pulled down her celebrity card and said, bang, it's over. Now, of course, Milagro continued.
Child, you jumped in that group chat and said, "Go give me that audio. When she said that. Da, 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 da." And y'all went and pulled up that clip. Cardi, this has been addressed already, so you look very fucking dumb. That clip is not what I said in its entirety. So it's fair to assume and feel like, oh, because I literally said, I think your baby's ugly, that your baby wasn't born yet, sweetheart. Do you want me to go back and pull that actual episode where the audio came from? Your daughter had not been born yet. And even when she was born, you hadn't shown her for months until you got upset with your husband, and then out of spite, you put that photo out. I had never laid eyes on your daughter. I could have never accurately called her anything. I hadn't seen her. But if you were to listen to the full clip, what I said was, where I'm from, when you don't show your baby, because there were rumors you had your baby. I said, when you don't show your baby, that means the baby ugly. And I told a story about an ugly family member. They got put in the corner and her bassinet in the motherfucking dark. I said, child, where I'm from, when they not showing the baby ain't came into their looks yet. So I said, so I think your baby's ugly and da-da-da-da-da. And you know what I did that you can never do? I said, you know what? I shouldn't have even said that. And I've apologized multiple times. And because of that, I don't post your children. And literally just last week, I said that you were a phenomenal mother and that your children were beautiful. And because I can read the room, out of respect, I don't post your kids. So you thought you had one, but just like them records you didn't put out, bitch, it didn't meet the mark. It didn't meet the mark. But I know damn well you don't want to start playing the game about what was said about people, kids, and parents. That's word to Akbar and all them black women you got into it with on Instagram. So don't play this game with me, because you're never going to fucking win. Even if I had called your daughter ugly, it will pale in comparison to what you have said about children. It would pale in comparison to what you have said about adults. It would pale in comparison to what you have said about people's deceased parents. So you get the fuck on. And you come talk to me when you're ready to talk about something, because you ain't talking about shit. Go get in the studio. Go write something down. Get the bullshit out your mouth so you can pick up your tongue and rap so we can understand what you're saying. Go do that. Go do that. You literally came on stage and was introduced by a bitch that you helped to grow. Megan bringing you out like you a new act, girl. You losing your spot. And you tweeting me? Girl, you're laughable as fuck. Yeah, but that audio clip ain't hitting for shit, girl. Go run another narrative.
And that's essentially what I was saying a couple of minutes ago. Milagro doesn't want Cardi B throwing stones when Cardi lives in a glass house. She wants Cardi to take accountability for the stuff she said, just like Milagro has done in the past. And there was a little more context to what Milagro was saying when she addressed Cardi's kids. But look, the Barty fans, they don't want to hear that. I think they're just happy that Cardi finally addressed Milagro, okay? But then Milagro started pulling out receipts. So the first receipt was Milagro asking, was this unforgivable? When Saucy Santana tweeted out in 2018, I would tell Cardi to abort the baby, but sus looked too far along. The next tweet from Saucy Santana back in 2018 was, I'm sorry, Cardi B baby, gonna be too funny looking. This next receipt is from Cardi B, and this is what I told y'all. It's a whole bunch of tweets like this from Cardi, but it says, that's why your son died. Bih, cause you effed up as a bih, maybe if you pay attention. And if I really want to search out some stuff, here's another one where Cardi was responding to a fan and she said, I hope you and your mom die. Here go another one from Cardi B. And bih, your mama ugly, dead or alive. This was in 2016. So look, that was pretty much it. I think Milagro did put out a last tweet when she was talking about this. She said, you know, nobody can tell me how to defend myself. And Cardi B looked like she moved on. She started talking about some tour dates or something like that. Also, I think Milagro just started a Twitter space, so y'all can go check that out as well. But both of them had some points. Cardi can't sit and act like she hasn't said some really nasty stuff herself. So calling out Milagro for something that she said, it's kind of mute to me. And I get it, maybe Cardi feels like she was bullied in the past as a celebrity, but you're a celebrity who took it upon yourself to respond, and you have to know, people screenshotted all of this. They got all your tweets. You cannot hide the stuff that you said in the past on the internet. Now, maybe Cardi has grown and she wouldn't say that stuff now that she has children and stuff like that, but you still said it. So that means going forward, you can't try to pick and choose and call out who said this and who was wrong for saying that when you've done the same thing. Also, for Milagro, going back to the original, thing where she was pointing out what Cardi said about the workers. Look, I guess looking back, I can't really say much about it because Milagro is getting a lot of engagement off of that tweet. But do I think she was reaching a little bit? Yeah. Okay. I don't really feel like that was a big thing to point out, that she was cussing out some people who was messing up the show. And like I said, she wasn't really cussing them out. She just addressed it on stage. I still feel the same way I felt about that originally. And especially when you add the fact that she's like, hey, I paid them $350,000. I could understand her saying something about it. But addressing it on stage, I thought it was cute. I thought she made it a part of the show. I would look at it different if we got a story and it said Cardi B went backstage and she fired a whole bunch of people and cussed them out and wanted to fight somebody over something that happened on stage with the production. Then I think I would have a little more compassion for what Milagro was saying. But I just kind of looked at it like Milagro was just pointing out some shit or nitpicking Cardi B because she don't like her. But still, going back to what Cardi just did, like I said, you can't throw stones when you live in a glass house, and you have said much worse on the internet. And if I really sat here and pulled up all the nasty stuff that Cardi has ever said on the internet, it would look crazy. But also, let's be real, that's what has built up Cardi to this point, being real, being genuine. And she's talked about this in the past, that she had to mature as she got bigger. So the new Cardi B, the whip it shots and all of her endorsements, she can't move the same way that she used to. So I guess now that's why she kind of feels like she's this new Cardi and she can point out every bad thing somebody else said as if her past is erased. And that's not the case, okay? So let me know what y'all think about this. Y'all know I love Cardi and Milagro, but I got to keep it real. Go check out Milagro on YouTube and Twitch and everywhere she's at. Her Instagram page, Milagro Gramz, okay? Mob's World at twitter.com. And y'all know where to find Cardi B, okay? So shout out to both of those women. Had a little cat fight, and maybe one day they can piece it up, okay? We gonna end it off on a nice note. Hey, donate. Hit the super chat. Scan the PayPal. Hit the Cash App. Thank you. Have a blessed day.